Okay, hello and welcome back to my F1 My Team career mode. Today you join me for the Canadian Grand Prix of Season 4. We lead the championship by around about 10 points, I want to say. So hopefully we can increase that lead. It is a lead on our own teammate, which does raise some risks, you know. Contract renewals in 3 races. There's a chance that he'll move. Schumacher did it. He decided to give up. I don't know, he threw a championship out the window. You know, he went from P2 in the championship down to like P9, I think he ended up going down to. You know, being overtaken by most people who wouldn't have been able to overtake him if he stayed with us. But he chose to move, and Gasly might also do that, which I don't want, because then we lose a chance at the Constructors' Championships. Anyways, we only managed to set 1 lap because I managed to miss the timing line by about 0.2 seconds.
Notre Dame once again for what promises to be another incredible Canadian Grand Prix at a fiercely competitive circuit, where pole position can often be decided by less than 1/10 of a second. We'll be seeing top speeds of around 210 miles an hour here at the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, with around 2/3 of the lap taken at full throttle. High-speed chicanes spell potential danger, especially at the infamous Wall of Champions. And watch out for overtaking into the hairpin and the final chicane. Anthony Davidson joins me once again in the commentary box, and it's fantastic to have you with us here today. But I'm curious, as a man with experience out on the track, how do you stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
But from the moment qualifying's over, you start to feel the adrenaline in your body build up and the buzz in your stomach as you anticipate the run down into turn 1. It's all a bit like going into battle, and the unknown situation makes you nervous. Those pre-race nerves are a good thing. The day you don't have them means that you don't care anymore. And of course, you have to make sure that all the procedures are second nature to you, so that they're not taking up too much of your capacity.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Pierre Gasly lines up on pole position, and Valtteri Bottas will line up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Sainz, Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton, and Tsunoda. Norris, Ricciardo, Leclerc, and Kimi Raikkonen. Perez, Giovinazzi, Mick Schumacher, and Russell. Ocon, Reed, Lance Stroll, and Jack Aitken. Matsushita, Tigtum, Latifi, and Nikita Mazepin. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track and get this Grand Prix underway.
After the points finish last race, let's aim to keep the momentum going.
Alright, lining up on the grid then, we're pretty far back. I think we're in P16. Because we finished our lap in P9 and got sent back quite a few places because of other people qualifying ahead of us. So it was a bit of a failure. A really, really bad idea. I tried to play it smart so I could get the last time in, because sometimes this game can be really clapped and like the AI will... you know, once you've set your lap, the AI... I've seen like on Reddit and things, the AI have set like... I think it was on Austria. The second best team was like a 59 seconds, and then one of the AI set like 42 seconds and stuff. You know. So I was going to try and play it smart and try and get the pole position, and I ended up starting in P16, so not really a good pole position. A really bad attempt at it, but we're going to run our softs. We're going to go for 2 sets of mediums, but I might change that midway through, maybe go soft, soft, medium, maybe even soft, medium, soft if there's like a safety car or something like that, because it would be an easy way to set a fastest lap, and it also gives us an opportunity to try and get the win. So, without further ado, we're going to go to 5. Red lights, we are underway for the Canadian Grand Prix here then. Ocon in front of us, then Russell, followed by Schumacher, then both in the Alfa Romeo. We're going to go for a dive down the inside into turn 1, getting a move on Ocon there, then going off the track slightly, but it's fine. Round the outside of Schumacher into turn 2 and 3. Russell just ahead then. Into turn 4, we're going to make a move, looking for a dive down the inside. We managed to get past Giovinazzi and Perez battling ahead of us, barely scraping the wall there, almost getting it. We're going to go for a dive down the inside of Perez and into turn 6. managing to get past Giovinazzi, pulling ahead. But that Renault power has dipped from last year. Into the hairpin of turn 10. We're going for a dive down the inside of Giovinazzi there. Barely making it past. He's going to keep on us, but we're going to make it past. Just trying to keep away from that wall there. Perez also makes it past. Raikkonen ahead, lap 2 in that AlphaTauri, Honda powered. We're also Honda powered. Honda dive down the inside of turn 6. Probably one of the easier moves to do. That and turn 10 are the best chances for an overtake in this circuit. Into the wall of champions then. We're going for a dive down the inside of Norris, almost getting our wing clipped off there. Very stupid idea for me to go down the inside, but it was worth the risk if it went well, but it didn't. So yeah, lap 3 down the straight. On the straight then, DRS on Norris. We're going to have a look down into turn 8, just making it past. Very nicely done indeed. Lap 4 then. On to Sainz, the Ferrari. He's had engine issues before. He has engine issues this race. Down the inside of turn 6, he's going to lock up then. We're going to make it past nice and easily. Luckily that lock-up managed to stop him from hitting into the side of us. But we managed to make it past him up into P8. That's a very nice pattern in the leaderboard. Red, orange, red, orange. Raikkonen has to ruin it. Come on, man. Lap 6. We're behind Daniel Ricciardo into turn 10, sorry. We're going to go for a dive down the inside, making it past, going wide slightly to defend off our outside.
Brilliant. Nice move.
And making it past nicely. On lap 7, we're going to get DRS on Leclerc, but it doesn't seem like we're going to be able to make it past him. Unfortunately, we are too far back, but on the end of lap 7, on to lap 8, we're going to have a look down the inside of turn 1, but it's just not going to be able to happen, so we're going to back out before we even go into it. It's not worth the risk. We'll lose our front wing, get loads of body damage, and then probably die. But gaining loads of time through 3 and 4 into 6, making it past just the same place we got his teammate 2 laps prior, and we get him as well. Lap 8.
Understood.
Boxing this lap. We're going to have to be careful with Tsunoda, unless, oh no, it seems like he's boxing, so we're going to go for a move down the inside of Tsunoda into the pit wall, hitting the speed limit sign. No damage. Just behind him then though. So as we go in for our pit stop onto our first set of mediums, we're going to be just behind him as we come out, unless we get an insanely good pit stop.
We're racing on the exit.
We're right behind Verstappen. 1.8 seconds. And there's a yellow flag down the home straight.
Once now, 1 stop left.
I'm not sure what's happened there. I can't see the minimap. It's very crowded, sorry. George Russell out of the session.
Information on Russell. They've got a serious car issue. It looks like they're retiring.
Yikes. Lap 10 then, Verstappen into turn 6. We're going to have a look for an inside move, but we can't make it past. We're too far back and we'll get damage and we'll retire. So, yeah, I'm learning to back out a lot more. But into turn 10, we're not going to back out this time. Going round the inside. Verstappen turning into us still. So we have a little bit of contact there, but nothing major. Into the wall of champions then, that last chicane. Giovinazzi is in the pit, Schumacher ahead of us, Hamilton ahead of Schumacher, all 3 of us have DRS. It will be a dive down into turn 1 past Schumacher. Just about managing to make it past. He's going to have to back off a little bit. We make it just around the outside without losing too much time on Lewis Hamilton ahead of us then. Lap 12, sorry, P5. And we're going to go for a dive. Purple sector 3, dive down the outside of turn 1. Can't make it past. But Hamilton absolutely overshoots it off the track, and we make it past him. Very nicely indeed. However, end of lap 13, into turn 10, Hamilton's going to go past. We go for a dive down the inside, switchback manoeuvre slightly off the track, but I think the curb's the limit there, not the white line. And we managed to make it past. Not really cleanly, but a little bit of a wheel tap, but nothing major. No warnings or anything. Hamilton's not going into the pits. So I think we're safe. Perez and Bottas in the pits then for their first pit stop. Trying to extend it a lot more than everyone else. So far behind then. Skipping ahead to lap 26.
Safety car is out. We need you to reduce your pace. It looks like there's a high amount of debris on the track.
Safety car is out, Mashashita is out of the race.
Okay, slow down.
We're going to
Your
have a
delta is
chance to
negative,
catch up
which
to
means you are too
Gasly,
fast.
and we're
Reduce your
also going to be
pace.
able to pit. I'm going to decide to pit onto a set of softs, which could be a smart idea,
Confirmed.
because we'll be able to nab that fastest lap point, more than likely, unless someone else pits onto the softs as well. And I feel like there's going to be a lot of cars that have been lapped between me and Gasly, which is something I want them to add to the 2022 game, which is lapped cars passing the safety car, but just adds to the fun. 2.5 second stop, out behind Giovinazzi then. He's going to be a lapped car for
Look
Gasly.
after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
So it's going to be a pretty big job to do. So, got a lot of work to do, but we have that soft set of tyres. I mean, you can see here then, if we have a look, there's what? 6 lapped cars and then Perez. But Perez has to pit. He's gone for 2 sets of mediums. So he needs to put on that soft set of tyres. But 6 cars to lap is going to be... It's going to be tricky to get that without losing too much time.
Let's get ready to go racing again. The safety car is in this lap. When the field accelerates, remember, there is no overtaking until the green flags. Safety car in this lap.
Safety car coming in then. Nerves are starting to build a little bit then. Oh, I don't like this. It's getting intense. Green flag past Mazepin. Perez ahead goes past Aitken. We go for a dive down the inside of Aitken into turn 1. Latifi goes wide into turn 1. Perez past Latifi. We're past Latifi. Into turn 3. Out into 4. Perez ahead. Yellow flags. Green flag again. Perez ahead. We're going for a dive down the inside of turn 6. We're going to make it past up into P2. 2 cars stand between me and my teammate Pierre Gasly. Tictum and Schumacher. Tictum moves out the way down the straight. We're going to go for a slipstream off the back of him quickly to get us a little bit more speed into the turn. Through the chicane. Up past Stroll. And it was 3 cars. I was wrong. Sector 1 goes purple. That proves what the softs can do. Sector 2 has not gone anything. So that's good. Sector 2 goes green. Schumacher then. Into turn 10 we go past him round the outside to lap him. Now it is just me, the open road and Gasly. And there shouldn't be any lapped cars that go between him anymore. Like, it should just be me and Gasly. Now, nothing in between us, which is good. That's what we need if we want any chance of winning. Through the chicane then. And we're going to go across the line. Well, it seems like we're going to get the fastest lap. And we do. By quite a bit as well. Within those 4 laps then, we've gained a load of time on Gasly. It has also gone very dark. And I'm starting to get worried that a few drops of rain might start coming down. Which is not good, but we've managed to catch up. Down the final main straight then. Or the final straight. We have DRS and Gasly, we're going to deploy ERS. We're gaining. Through into the World Champions, having to back out. Gasly loses grip there. We hit into his rear right tyre. We have to go past him. We have to put the power on DRS. We're going to just make it past. To take P1
Great drive. We did it. Good job.
at the Canadian Grand Prix by barely anything. I mean, we'll have a look at the times once they all come up at the end, but that's barely anything there. Gasly was struggling for grip.
Flawless performance here then, and a commanding victory.
Right at the end there, you could even see in the cutscene at the end he was struggling for grip.
Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today. What set them apart from the rest?
Well, they played the safety car to absolute perfection. There are so many factors to worry about once the race is neutralised. I mean, do you pit for fresh rubber? Do you have the space behind you? How much fuel can you save? If you answer all of those questions correctly, you'll have a good chance. And that's exactly what happened today.
Here comes your top 3 making their way down to the podium for what can only be described as a fantastic day for Formula One.
There we go then. 0.08 seconds. We gain a 6.8 No, 8 points more than our teammate, which will give us about a 21-point lead. Around about that. But, oh, controversial finish then. Almost lost a bit of front wing. And almost came second. But we managed to make it past by 0.08 seconds. That is, I think, the closest finish I have ever had to anyone. Looking at the standings then, 15-point lead on our teammate Pierre for the Drivers' Championship, which means we also lead the Constructors. So, thank you for watching this one. I hope to see you next time for the French Grand Prix.